Good morning, good afternoon and good evening, and welcome to our You'll Never Walk Alone WhatsApp group and YouTube channel. Okay, Champions League night at Anfield, under the lights, 8 o'clock kickoff, huge home support, place was stuffed, loads of singing, flags, everything at the start was what you would expect from Anfield on a Champions League night. The fans certainly turned up for it. And so did our team for 40 minutes. And then the capitulation was, I wouldn't say shocking or, disgusting, because we've seen it all season. But, after the results against Everton and Newcastle away, we did hold hope that maybe we could have turned the season around. But the final score was Real Madrid 5, Liverpool 2, after being 2-0 up. Where to start with the inquest on this? I'll give you the story of the game and then give you the reasons as to where we are, I suppose, in my opinion anyway. So, first 5 minutes, we started off really brightly. Darwin Núñez got an unbelievably cheeky goal, back heel, into the net, 1-0. And within 20 minutes, we were 2-0 up, with Mo Salah catching Courtois out on a back pass and cruising, and probably playing as well as we've probably playing the best we've played all season, if I'm being honest. But Real Madrid, first of all, before I go into how it all went awry, I would like to say congratulations to Real Madrid and to their supporters, who were fantastic throughout. They're a phenomenal team. They're European royalty. They're European champions, 14-time winners. That's right, 14-time winners. So, nothing but respect to them. They treated us like it was men against boys, and we were the boys. And we got fucking sodomized in our own gaff. So, nothing but respect to them. Alright, now that's out of the way, back to us. And that's as good as it got. And then we started doing what we do best, which is capitulate this year. The first goal that they got back was from Vinicius Jr. That was a great goal. It came from nothing. He got the ball inside the box and there was no stopping that. So I've no issue with that, because they're a good side, a great side, and great sides can score great goals, and that was a really good goal. The second one was Alisson giving sympathy to Courtois and doing the exact same fucking thing and giving Vinicius a second goal. And after that second goal went in, half-time couldn't come quick enough. We come out in the second half and we just lay down and they fucking punished us every time. Between Joe Gomez, Trent not marking, the goals just start whistling in. Benzema got a brace. It was just fucking disgusting to watch. And the goals just went in. And after 70 minutes, the game was over. And to be honest, so was the tie. They're not going to get turned over 3 or 4-0 at home. They're just not. They're not like us. They know how to. When you're talking about mentality monsters, that's what you're talking about. We're mentality babies. As soon as the milk turns a little bit sour, we go fucking crying. And there's a whole heap of reasons as to why. Just to give you an example, our best player for the month of January or February, I can't remember, February I think. January, sorry. Was an 18-year-old kid, an 18-year-old Celta Vigo starlet, underage player. That was our best player. We have European Cup winners, we have Champions League winners, we have fucking Premier League winners. And the best player for a whole fucking month was 18 years of age. Now, Stefan Bjadicic. Now, look, he had a 6 out of 10 performance. He was up against real dons. And with all due respect to him, And he wasn't at fault for any of the reasons why I'm going into this, but we're just talking about the levels here. And the step up in class was huge. And we just went up for it. And that's it. You can blame whatever, but it was a complete and utter fucking shambles from second half start onwards. We were still in the tie. Our game management is beyond belief. It's so poor. You know, when it was going to 2-2, it should have been, let's close it out for 20 minutes into the second half. And if we have to take a draw, let's take a draw. Or if we lose by a goal, whatever. But to just open the floodgates and just get pumped and lose the tie in the first leg at home is just... It just sums up our season, to be honest. Now, I know rival fans are having a good go this morning and this evening and probably into tomorrow until the next round of games come along. But it makes me laugh. Arsenal fans, a club who's never won the Champions League. Manchester City fans, another fucking club who's never won the Champions League. And Chelsea fans, a club that sit 10th after spending 600 fucking million pounds on a team and want their manager out. And can't sack him because they've given him a 6-year contract and it's going to cost him 50 fucking million to get rid of him from Brighton. So everyone needs to calm the fuck down. Until you've won the Champions League, you don't really have a right to comment on a team that's won it 6 times against the best club side in Europe at the minute. And possibly in the last, I think they've won what, 5 out of the last 7 fucking Champions Leagues. So behave yourselves. But there's no excuses being made by me on this one. Just the better side won. And you have to hold your hands up sometimes and just acknowledge it. Joe Gomez made some mistakes. The mistakes were made from all over the place. I could go on and on and on. And I'll probably go into more detail in, like, Alisson made mistakes, Gomez made mistakes, Trent made mistakes, Robbo made mistakes, Fabi went missing it completely in the second half. And, you know, except for the 2 boys up front, Salah and Nunez, the rest of them were 5 to 6 out of 10. And that's not good enough. You need to play your best game of the season all the way for the whole 90 minutes, not for 27 fucking minutes. And then, you know what I mean, let them come fucking flying back into it. But that's it. That's the Champions League over. So we've got top 4 to stress about. We're out of the 2 cup competitions, which isn't a bad thing. This team needs massive surgery and a load of money put into it. And to be honest, FSG announced that they weren't going to sell at the start of the game, and to be honest, that was anonymous for me. It'd just be more of the same shit now until they leave. And I know they've done good things at the club, but all their good things that they've done is going to be unravelling with all the bad things they're going to do by sticking around if they don't invest in this team. And that's my opinion on it. I know others have other opinions on it. They don't want the oil money, but they'd rather the warmonger Americans owning us instead. Makes real sense. Anyway, I'll do a player ratings. Onwards to Crystal Palace. Jesus help us. Okay, player ratings time. I've said this in previous videos. When you lose heavily, it's very hard to do videos, but you know, only when you can taste defeat do you really appreciate victory. So we'll start and goal with Alisson. Look, it's hard to be critical of Alisson considering how often he's pulled us out of the shit, especially this season. But there's no question in my mind, the game momentum swung towards them when he gave Vinicius Jr. his second goal. He could do nothing about the first goal, it was a great goal, but the second goal, fuck me. And I wouldn't mind, it's not the first time he's ever done that either, so, you know, it's just fucking depressing. But it happens, so I'm not going to harp on about him. As I said, he's been a colossus and the last man standing and holding us together most of the time. Trent, 5. His man got 2 goals. I know he's marking one of the best strikers in the world, but you know, he just can't understand where to stand. He can't be goal side of his man. He just doesn't understand. He's one of the best players in Europe going forward, and he's got a right foot that can rival Beckham. But Jesus Christ, he just cannot fucking defend, and he can't get tight to his man. And there's a whole heap of things he can't do. Maybe we need to look at playing 3 at the back and 5 in midfield and putting him in there, because he's a fucking liability at the back. Joe Gomez, 4. He was fucking shocking as well. He really was poor. Joe hasn't had a good season. And to be honest, if you drop Joe and put Matip in, I don't think he would have done much better, if I'm being truthful. He's had another shocking season as well. Virgil, 6. He did okay. 6 being the average. He was average. As I said in the preview or in the review, you need to be doing 8s and 9s to get a result against Real Madrid. 5s and 6s aren't going to do us. We're just going to get pumped. Robbo, 5. First 25 minutes he was on it, and then he just got lost in the game, and you know, he made some good covering tackles in the first half, and then the second half he just let them run rampant, and really didn't offer anything going forward. Into midfield, our man at the moment, Stefan Bjeličić, he's getting a 6. It was a big jump up in class, and I think he'll benefit from the experience of playing against like real players in midfield. But you know, just some of the things he didn't come off. Some of them did, some of them didn't. But he's by no means the reason for the collapse. Fabinho, 5. What the fuck has happened to him? He's gone from being the best holding midfielder in Europe to not even in the top 10 this season. He's fucking disgraceful how bad he's been this year. First half he was all okay. He would have got a 6 out of 10. But second half he did nothing but just walk back and watch them tear us asunder. Hendo gets a 6. I thought Jordan Henderson was probably one of his better games for Liverpool. He at least kept going for 90 minutes. But as captain, he has to take responsibility for this shambles of a fucking season. And he's been to blame for quite a lot of it. His performances have been nowhere near good enough. And as captain, you want to be putting in 7 and 8 out of 10, or else it's time for a new captain. I love Hendo, boy. If we want to fix this, we've got to be fucking critical here. There's no use protecting fucking shit. Up front, Cody Gakpo, Mo Salah and Darwin Núñez. Cody Gakpo gets a 6. Again, another one who's going to be jumping up in class. You know, he has started to come into it since he came from PSV, but Real Madrid are a much bigger outfit than, you know, Newcastle and Everton, with all due respect to them clubs. And, you know, he huffed and puffed and tried, and, you know, certain things did come off, certain things didn't, and he was quite quiet in the second half. But to be fair, once the goals start whistling in, you know, it wasn't going to happen. Mo's getting an 8, and my Liverpool man of the match. I thought Mo was great. I thought it was Mo Salah of old. He tried his hardest to try and stem the flow, but I'm going to give Darwin Núñez a 7. An amazing goal, well taken, incredible. To try and pull that off and to do it is just poetry in motion. And he brought his usual chaos to the game. It's great to see him coming strong into the team. Jurgen, 5. For the first half, Jurgen, you were on an 8. But second half, game management, that's on you. Squad not being strong enough, that's on you. You're the one who can make the decisions. Tell the fans you can't get the players you want, and the fans will react towards the ownership, to the ownership. You got to tell us what's happening behind the scenes as well, because there's people fucking quitting their jobs all over the kit back of house, and that's your responsibility. We can blame the Americans all we want, and trust me, 60% of this is their fault. But fuck me dead, what is going on back there? I think you need to get rid of Pep Linders for a fucking start. Ever since that stupid book came out, we've gone nothing but fucking backwards. And I heard, and from what we've read, he has a huge influence on this team, and it's not a good influence. So we might as well fuck him off. And we also need to fuck off our medical department as well while we're at it, because they're not up to standard. I don't know if they're doctors or if they're just fucking bluffers, but we constantly have players fucking injured, and we can't get them back in time. because they keep getting re-injured while they're injured. Luis Diaz being the prime example. 4 fucking months he got injured while he was injured, trying to rush him back. So yeah, nothing but fucking negatives today, which is unlike me. It took me a while to do this video. I had to calm down because I didn't want a knee-jerk reaction. I wanted to give Real Madrid the props they deserve. They were a far superior side to us, and it was men against boys, so congratulations again to them. There's no hate for how good they are. You gotta appreciate fucking, if you love the beautiful game, you gotta love players who play it beautifully, and they did last night. And a few of my mates went to the game and they were texting me saying that they clapped them off at the end. You know, that says it all. When you get clapped off as the opposition team, you've done something right. And for all the glory and all the plaudits we gave this coach and this team when they were winning, we're also going to have to ask questions when, you know, we capitulate. And Liverpool, we don't expect the team to win every game, but we expect the team to try. And in the first half, we gave as good as we got. And in the second half, we might as well have stayed in the fucking changing room and just left Alisson in goal and give them shooting practice, because for long periods of that game, it didn't look like we had anyone out there. Okay, that's it. Crystal Palace on the weekend. Let's hope for 3 points and try and get back into the top 4 so we can do this Champions League shit again. Catch you then. Hit the like and subscribe button, and thanks for watching.